At 26 years old, Colin Miller has locked in the American dream of owning a home in the city he loves, a dream he still finds hard to believe is true.
It's like probably one of the most exciting things we've ever done. I remember the whole process of going through and waiting for everything to get ready to close, and we were just kind of on pins and needles the whole time, like we were really going to get a house. It
was all made possible through a non-profit program called Project Home Again, which builds new homes for first-time, low-income home buyers.
The thing that they came up with is, we can provide really nice housing for residents and encourage people to come back to the city, regrow the city, like make it what it once was, make it something better.
Hello, this is Betsy Birdsong with the Birdsong Realty Group.
Realtor Betsy Birdsong says certain developers were selected by the New Orleans Redevelopment Authority to build dozens of those homes, specifically in Gentilly and New Orleans East. They average about $230,000, but come with stiff requirements.
They have to be sold to first-time home buyers. They need to take a first-time home buyer training class. There are income restrictions as to who can buy the property.
For a family of one, the yearly income limit is $50,400. For a family of four, it's $72,000. Birdsong says it's those income restrictions shutting out many potential new buyers and believes more money needs to be made available to help the middle class.
My biggest concern is that first-time home buyers are going to have a very difficult time buying unless there is some type of federal, local governmental program to help them meet the gap, because they've just gotten so expensive.
There is a new local program now being offered through the Finance Authority of New Orleans. The Expand to Home Ownership Grant Program offers up to 4% of the down payment. So for a $150,000 home, the buyer would get $6,000 they wouldn't have to pay back. And for this program, the income requirement is higher, $84,000 a year, regardless of family size, something Director Mtumishi St. Julian says opens the door for new buyers.
So what that means is a lot of the young people who could not access the Soft Second program, now they can come in and they can qualify to be able to use this 4% grant to be able to get into a home.
That Soft Second program was actually ushered in by St. Julian after Hurricane Katrina and served as a catalyst to revitalizing New Orleans neighborhoods by offering up to $65,000. However, that money has since expired and there's no indication that it's coming back. St. Julian hopes that this new grant will have the same result for areas of the city that still need to grow.
It will help people get in. They don't have the restrictions as much that they have to stay in the house over long periods of time. We just want to encourage people to get in and invest in our neighborhoods.
As for Collins, his advice for those looking to buy in the Big Easy is do your homework, speak with realtors knowledgeable about first-time home buying programs available, and don't hesitate because home prices are on the rise.
Most people are paying $1,300, $1,400 to rent a place, and we're paying less than that for a mortgage. Paying for something that that we can own for the rest of our lives. So, I just say just go for it. Dive in.
On your side, I'm Randy Russo, WDSU News.